Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. The chart in front of us is consolidation. The supportive indicated 1-bar EMA is completely flat. We have consistent price swings up and down through EMA. Support established, resistance established, downtrend played out with the break, move to a new extreme, fell breakout, massive push above EMA, high low confirmation, and this is the lowest low. We have first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure, indicating possible reversal. And it makes sense because the uptrend is established, the support is indicating strong buying pressure, push above EMA, so this would be reversal pattern. Is this a good reversal pattern for us to consider? No, because there's a massive gap between the EMA and the body. Not even the tail is touching it. However, if I still fancy the idea of market going higher, I'm going to reset the count here and I'm going to look for additional setup, second entry long at the EMA. That never formed, market continues working higher. We have a small break, move to a new extreme, followed by another push to a new extreme. So reversal happened. You can see support established, strong reversal. You're breaking new high. That doesn't mean I can, however, sell anytime I want. If I want to sell, I need to see price action below EMA and some reversal pattern. That's not happening because EMA keeps holding. Support is being established and we have high impact news to be announced soon. And before your every trading session, you want to make sure you're going to check the news calendar. You want to understand when the high impact news are announced because they can generate spike in volatility. If you are in trade, you can have massive slippage and sometimes you can get the trade right. You can get the directional bias of the market, but you can still get stopped out on the noise, typical during high impact news and market going exactly where you thought it was going to go. So we're not really trading exactly around the news. So for this reason, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let price action develop, which is a shame because we had multiple tests, strong support, but you can see the volatility is kicking in. So market developed and we have a brand new uptrend established. Right now, I'm not really thinking that the market is going to go all the way down into this trading range. Why am I disregarding this trading range? Well, because there are two reasons. Number one, we push so far up and so far away from this trading range that it really looks like a brand new uptrend being established. And the number two, this was generated by the news. And a lot of times news announcements, they can start a brand new trend. So because this was generated by the news and we moved so far from the initial trading range, I'm going to respect this as a brand new bullish channel. I'm going to redraw a brand new spike in a channel. And I'm looking for second entry long into EMA because I want to see a new high for this uptrend. We already have a break, move to a new extreme. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be paying attention what's going to follow. Downtrend working lower, and this is important. If this leg down is going to get follow through and it's going to be deep, I'm going to be thinking bearish. If we're going to push back above EMA, this means there is another form of uptrend and I'm going to have to adapt to that uptrend. There was no high low of EMA, however, we are creating another swing push up, high again. So at this point, I have to admit that there is bullish bias present in the market and I always want to locate the correct channel because I don't want to leave these candles without a pattern. So always what I can do is take a look where the uptrend started and I'm going to connect these first two major swings here. This channel fits really nice. What I can also do, I can copy and look for the midline and I can see that the midline is allowing me to spot potential spike and a channel pattern. So if I'm going to delete this channel, because not that necessarily it is wrong, but it is a little bit too broad, I can see that this is the point where the uptrend started after this spike, and this spike and a channel fits a little bit better. You can see it is a little bit tighter. Price action is respecting a little bit more. So when you're watching this live, you are looking for these channels, and as you get more and more confirmations, the more and more you're tweaking the channel to find the right fit. Sometimes we can find the perfect channel straight away. Sometimes we need to work for a little bit more. But there's always a channel. There is no second entry long because we already created another push to an extreme. So I'd like to see second entry long. Far from the EMA I cannot take. We have a new high for the entry long. So at this point, I was thinking about second entry long at the EMA because the uptrend right now has been established. But we broke below the EMA and I cannot go long here. and the signal bar is inside bar. I cannot go long above inside bar like this below EMA. So the next thing I'm anticipating is push above EMA and a high-low confirmation setup or potential double trap, because this is a horrible inside bar below EMA. So early bulls can get trapped, early sellers can get trapped as well. Can we get some nice decent setup? Here we have double trap, but you can see for this double trap you have to use double bar entry because the signal bar is bearish. Okay, the follow bar is nice, but you need to wait for trick above this bar, and honestly I prefer double traps to not be double bar entries because they're already a little bit more advanced setups. It's a confirmation. It is okay setup. Definitely if you have better bar here, great setup because it is off the main key entry point and above EMA. But because you have to use double bar entry, it is a little bit more aggressive. But from educational perspective, it is a great setup, great context. We're looking for high-low, which we have here, high-low confirmation setup, but the signal bar is bearish. We need a little bit more of a bullish bar. So once again, great context, perfect setup. Key entry point is confirmed. And by the time I get a failed second entry short, you can see it didn't trigger. It stalled with an inside bar. So perfect context, correction phase will end, push phase begin. Correction phase will end at the key entry point, push phase begin. But all of these signal bars unfortunately didn't form that great. Now here we have technically just new high first entry long. You can see we already flattened a little bit sideways, and price action is a language token too. So this is a consolidation breakout pullback pattern, but it is a little bit too squeezed. It's taken a while to form. I would really like to see a second entry long here combined with the breakout pullback. That would be ideal, but it is a bit too squeezed here. Okay, you have a break in your extreme, but the break is so tiny, and break should be convincing. And notice if I'm going to draw a channel a little bit wider, I can still make it as the channel is in play. I'm still getting a lot of confirmations. So when I was watching this live today, I kept it without a new extreme because it still fits really well. We have a second entry long, but we cannot go long. Number one, you have absolutely no room to get out before reaching these highs. Okay, so no room here, even for scalp. We are scalpers, but we still need to have room to scalp out. Number two, the downtrend is in play. And number three, we can see the market is about to roll over. You can see the channel is filled nicely with candles. And here you have empty room at the top. The market is rolling over. This is indicating loss of momentum. We're only hugging this trend line. This is a late second entry. Market is about to roll over. Trend is about to be depleted. Empty room here. And we need to have stronger pullback here. So it looked for a while like the market may reverse completely. So I'm gonna definitely witness this potential reversal. However, we already have a break and move to a new extreme. So the downtrend played out, and I'm still looking for a new high of this spike in the channel. Okay, small support is being formed. New low first entry short. We're pushing above EMA. So I would like to see first entry short, second entry short better above EMA. Downtrend played out with the break new low. The consolidation is indicating bearish depletion, accumulation of buyers. Can we get a failed second entry short above EMA? We cannot, so this would be the area where you would be expecting it. So I'm going to redraw a brand new uptrend working higher. No big deal. So what I'm going to see next, second entry long, because I'm still thinking we're going to get the new high tested. Can we get the second entry long? And market suddenly completely dropped lower for whatever reason. So we can see market trending lower. That is the second leg down. This is the major leg first here, second leg here. What you can also do, because you always want to make sure you zoom out regularly and you analyze the main pattern, EMA flatten, you have move up, move down, move up, move down. So we're definitely, without a doubt, in some form of a consolidation, something like this. Two-legged pullback played out, downtrend played out with the break in extreme, and here we have high-low confirmation setup of the two-legged pullback and the fell breakout. Two-legged pullback was reached, but the signal bar is almost 5 points big. If this signal bar is a little bit smaller, especially far from the EMA, so you expect quick little scalp to the EMA, we can take it, but because this is too big, I need to mark it a little bit more aggressive because you can see how gigantic the bar is. And now you have a failed second entry short. I was actually thinking that this is high low only, but no, this low is lower, first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure. And this will be, once again, we already saw this once, reversal pattern. After two-legged pullback, after new low, massive push above EMA, but it is not full at EMA. Once again, very close to being great hyper out this setup, but because it is not full at EMA, I have to mark it just a tad more aggressive. However, your idea to go long is definitely correct. Downtrend played out, pro two legs, reversal. Can we get a second entry long? We cannot. We have a break, move to new extreme. So after breaking new high, I have to skip the very first second entry long, which is horrible regardless. The single bar almost pure doji. Downtrend already played out with the break, move to new extreme. So market is not reversing after new high. And now we have high low and small triple test is established. So once again, high low after new high is confirming second entry long, and we can go long now. But look at the tail at the top. Signs of bearish pressure towards the close. Had there been no tail, you can definitely go long here on this bar right here, or had it close a little bit higher because it is high low triple test confirming EMA second entry long uptrend continuation. But because there's a massive tail at the top, you can see, you know, this is not a good single bar. So once again, great contact, great setup, but the single bar is super ugly. And when I was watching this live, I was even watching some possible spike in a channel pattern like this. There was no second entry long, we're below EMA, and we never managed to push back above EMA. Even though it looks nice, the structure is just too sideways, too much of a trend range. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this channel, widen it, because the market is right now trending a little bit lower. We have a first entry short, new low, so I'm looking for a second entry short to get new low. That this downtrend can get a second entry short. No second entry short. New low was reached. We're not pushing up EMA, and the downtrend suddenly is getting stronger. So I'm gonna redraw a little bit wider downtrend working lower like this. Fits really well. But we have massive overshoot. Now, this overshoot is so substantial. A lot of times overshoots, they're big, yes, but not as big, because this can also be a little bit wider two-tier channel. So it's a little bit hard to navigate this. But if we're gonna look at 10,000 tick chart, the overshoot is a little bit more visible. So we have uptrend working higher. You have a second entry short, which honestly, if you're playing the wider channel, I kind of like it. Breaking new high on one single bar, reversal down. But problem is the structure is just not that clear whether the trend line is a little bit wider or not. So it is a little bit more aggressive if you're playing the wider channel. If you're playing the overshoot, you need to wait for a lower high confirmation setup, which is here, but it never triggered. It stalled with an inside bar, so lower high here, never triggered, which would be ideal after overshoot. Second entry short here. So since there is no trigger, I want to see failed second entry long, new high, first entry long. And here we have potentially failed second entry long. There's going to be a break below this bar. But once again, part of this bullish bar, you have to wait for trigger below this bar. Had there been only one bearish bar, I definitely would love shorting here, because EMA is rejecting every single time. But because you have to use the double bar entry here, it is not as perfect as I would like. Market keeps correcting. We have a second entry short, which is quite tempting. It is getting a little bit close to our cutoff point. And you have to ask yourself, well, why we didn't continue to work lower? What's happening? Why there is another high low? Is the overshoot going to reverse the market? But if you took the second entry short and you took a chance here, no problem. And now it's getting a little bit too late. Market is reversing all the way up here. Yesterday was quite easy, and today was a little bit harder because mainly of the signal bars. A lot of decent setup context wise, but signal bars just didn't form that well. But you can see there's always a channel key entry point being present, and you have to understand how the market cycle develops. Spike in a channel, attempt to create new extreme, and the market is slowly consolidating into a reversal. So I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.